All right, you can never get an overdose of a great stuff. You can never get overdose of Super FM 93.3, an incredible super mid morning to you. Yes, we're here creating positive family values. We are your number one family radio station. My name is Idra Mambama. You can call me I Just Sugar because I'm sweet like that. All right, and of course, do join me online as well. Live on Facebook right now. We're streaming. Okay, let me calm down. Yeah, but we're streaming. Let me turn down for what? Okay, let me calm down. All right, guys. So we're streaming right now. Join me on Facebook, Super FM 93.3, and be a part of the show. You can drop a comment on what we will be talking about this morning on the Super Mid Morning Show. Meanwhile, guys, it's Monday. Today's the 25th in the month of July 2022. How you doing anyway? How's your morning been? What was your weekend like? Hope you had a smooth weekend. I was here yesterday, but I wasn't here on Saturday because I don't work on Saturdays. So we had loads of fun on the radio yesterday. But then if you didn't join me on the radio, I wonder why. But anyway, hope you had a smooth weekend, and it's incredible. It's good to, spend this time with you here today in the studio on the radio. All right, honey. So at 10 o'clock exactly, you listen to a sponsored religious program by Reverend Ray. And at 10:30, you listen to another sponsored religious program by Andrew Womack. And now it's time for you and I. Okay, so today on the Super Mid Morning Show, we're looking at a family issue. It was actually an issue that went viral, and it's still a current matter. So yeah, we're looking at it today. And so we're going to be looking at something that concerns how to deal with in-laws. Yeah, like, for married people now, and, for someone who intends to be married someday. Okay, how to deal with in-laws. Now, when it is said in this part of the world, in fact, I think it should be applicable everywhere. But anyway, we do know here that when you get married to a person, you're not just getting married to that person alone. It's as though you're getting married to his or her family. All right. Because you get married to a man, you automatically become his mother's daughter, as a woman, or his father's daughter as a woman. So they just become your in-laws. So you have mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, sister-in-laws, as the case might be, or brother-in-law or in-laws, as the case might be. So you just become automatically part of the family. And now, one thing first is that you are trying to understand the person that you're with, that you probably to an extent have a level of understanding with, which is the reason both of you are able to, stay together. All right. So, but it's still a work in progress because you guys have different backgrounds, in every aspect. You guys did not grow up in the same place, you're not from the same family, you have different orientation and all of that. And then you come together and you're trying to build a home together. That's even with your spouse. Now, come to consider his sisters or her sisters, brothers, the other relatives, your in-laws that you might not be that close to, even though you know them, all right, because you're with their brother or their sister. Now, it could take a whole lot to try to understand your in-laws and coexist with them in the same place peacefully. Because in some cases, some in-laws try to be so difficult for maybe you're going to be telling me on the show this morning, why you think some in-laws just choose to be difficult. Is it a choice or something? Or could it just be a character problem, that some people might have? Because there's a story about, a lady who went online. She posted a video, okay, talking about her sister's in-law, not helping her with her domestic chores in her matrimonial home. So we're looking generally at difficult in-laws, how to handle difficult in-laws. Have you been in a situation before where do you have difficult in-laws? Like, are you currently married right now and your in-laws are kind of difficult? How do you deal with them? How do you handle, them, in a situation where so as to handle it in such a manner that it doesn't, you don't have issues with them that escalate most of the time? All right. It seems like this is also something people need to learn as you are going through marriage counseling. All right. To learn how to live with your husband or your wife peacefully. Perhaps people also need to be schooled on how to handle difficult in-laws, at the end of the day. Sometimes maybe some in-laws might not even be difficult, but if you don't handle relationship with them, effectively, you might end up having issues with these people. Okay, so let us talk today. I'm gonna read the story. Let me just give you the detail, and then I like to play it's a video, so you get to listen to the audio on air, so you can have a vivid representation of what I'm talking about this morning. And from there, we'll take it on together. Great. All right, so now this story says a Nigerian woman has called out her sisters for failing to help her with domestic chores. The woman, who sounded very frustrated, said since she got married to their brother, I beg your pardon, the sisters want to kill her with work. Now, she said, all that the sisters who live with her and her husband do is press their phones and eat. And in the video, you could also see, one could see the sisters definitely on their phones, about 3 of them. And there was one that was putting on a blue dress, that was just talking back at her brother's wife, telling her to stop recording her. And she was not nice. She was quite rude, to the brother's wife, if you ask me, from what's there. But then I want to play the video right now so you get to hear it, you get to listen. Like I said, it's radio. So you get to listen and be the judge of this. So we're going to be talking about this, plus how to deal with difficult in-laws. Listen up.
See them. Then they hear they press phone. Upon say I don't go market, come back.
Chai.
They still dead here. They press phone.
They are supposed to go to the market.
People that will get married. People that will get married tomorrow. When I talk, they will say that I'm bad. When I talk, they will say that I'm a bad person. I'm in my husband's house. Look at them. Look at them. The other one is hiding his face. Her face, sorry. She's hiding her face. Look at her. Look at them. Big girls. They can't cook. They
did she just say?
For me. I will be the one cooking.
Guys, please, did she just say go and cook and give us? Like, these girls, all grown up, were actually sitting at home. Their brother's wife went to the market. She, after buying everything she needs to cook with, she came home and they were all crossing legs, pressing phones. And I just heard this one saying, go and cook and give us. Like, is she for real? Right. It's, I'm not done playing, so just keep listening, please.
I will be the one working in this house. They want to kill me with work. Look at them. They want to kill me with work in this house.
Okay,
they want to kill me with work. Also, someone anudi. Also, someone anudi. Nana no one know what kunga cho hakan zuike. Nana no one know what kunga cho hakan zuike. Chetakwani anudi echi. Chetakwani anudi echi. Look at them. Big girls. Chetakwani anudi. You will marry tomorrow. We should see what I'm passing through in this house, in this marriage. See what I'm passing through. Look at them. They don't want to cook. They don't want to do anything. The only thing they want is eat. They will be pressing phones. Since I came back from city, came back to this village, I have been the one working. They can never help me. They can never enter kitchen and help me. Look at them to see them very well. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them.
I beg, let me say, away. This laughter. you know the kind of laughter that you're laughing, the kind of laughter that comes out and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's funny. That kind of laughter. Where you're looking at someone like, you don't know where you day. That kind of laughter. Yeah, that's the one you're hearing right now. This isn't funny to me, really. Okay, but really, let me just take myself out of the movie. Okay, let me have you come in here. Well, you listened to the entire conversation and you heard the lady, you heard what the girls were saying as well, especially one of them. Like I said, she was in a blue dress. If you could see the video online, it's everywhere. Like I said, it went viral. Okay, so you might have even seen this video. So I'd like to get your reaction. Okay, so now looking at this particular scenario, just one scenario out of so many scenarios, that plays out in people's homes every day. First, now she went to the market. Okay, she went to the market. That's their brother's wife, who is obviously older than they are. She went to the market, bought everything that she needs to make food, and then she got back home. These girls are pressing phones, and for her to have made this video, she probably was frustrated, and it would have been something that happens often, if not all the time. From the way she sounded, she said they don't do anything to help. They don't do anything to assist. They will just sit, press their phones, round the clock, and they don't really care. And the other one kept, talking back at her, saying, go cook, give us milk, we chop, something like that. Cook, give us milk, we eat. Now it's your duty. And she was just lamenting. Oh, well, first, I'd like to know what you think about this particular scenario. But then, have you also, found yourself in a situation where you have to deal with difficult in-laws? When you're working with in-laws, when you're dealing with in-laws, it's kind of delicate because they are your family, but they're not directly, you know what I mean? You're not directly your family, so because you're like the outsider, that was embraced into the family, and you're trying to belong. You're now a member of the family, and it might take some time before you guys would understand, yourselves. But in a situation where your in-laws are difficult, sometimes it's the mother-in-law that's very difficult. Sometimes it's the father-in-law that's very difficult, all right? Sometimes it's the sisters. Sometimes it's the brothers. It could be any. Sometimes it's just everybody in that family that's difficult. They probably don't even like you. There are situations like that. In-laws don't like you, but your husband really loves you and he insists on marrying you, okay? Or your wife actually loves you. She insists on marrying you, even though her family has said, we don't like this guy, don't get married to him. She insists. So when you go ahead with such plans, the person, that wasn't loved at the end, initially, tends to have to face the consequences, so to say, of deciding to go ahead with the wedding or with the marriage, because sometimes the family you're walking into may not be, or your own family, might not be in support of that union. So generally, do call me up and let us talk this morning. What's the best way to deal with difficult in-laws? How do you deal with difficult in-laws? Meanwhile, if you were in this lady's shoes, the girl that was talking back at her saying, go cook, give us milk, we chop, go and cook, give us, let us eat. Go and cook, give us, let us eat. Please stop recording me. Oh, please, yes, it's your duty. You're our brother's wife. And she was really rude. I mean, if you were in this lady's shoes, what would you have done? Would she still eat that food? I don't want to say. Anyway, I don't want to say what's on my mind. You're right. Yeah, so I will not say what's on my mind. Well, come on. If you were in her shoes, how would you have handled this? Apart from making a video and lamenting. I mean, the lady, especially the girl that was talking back at her, telling her to go and cook and come and give them to eat. Do you think she would still eat that food after you're done making the food if you were this lady? Meanwhile, what's the way to handle difficult in-laws? Have you ever had to deal with difficult in-laws? How did you pull through? Talk to me. Or are you still pulling through? Talk to me still. Let's talk about this today. All right, you can call me up on 0705 079 1021. That is 0705 079 1021. And the other number to call is 081 174 31021. That is 081 174 31021. To send an SMS to the WhatsApp number or to drop a message on WhatsApp, including a WhatsApp voice note, you can send that to 0905 948 1021. I'm playing this thing in my head and I'm just laughing. I know why I'm laughing. Oh. Anyway, let me repeat the number again. 0905 948 1021. God knows I'm not their brother's wife. I can never even be. Good morning. I think I missed that already. Please do try to call me back. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is David Nakala from Port Harcourt.
David Singh, the volume on your radio. Didn't do that again. Welcome to the show. I'm listening to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Based on that short record you just played, the first, I actually analyzed the conversation based on what they were saying there. I think the suppose the woman that was saying that they were not helping her to come and do the cooking, but it's not. They must not help you now. You understand? If they decided that they are not going to help you to do this, why not sit for your husband and leave them on their?
Okay. Hello, are you still there?
And there's not. Yes. And that particular one that said cook and let us eat. She's not supposed to eat that food. I can say the woman. She's not supposed to stop that food.
Right.
She's not going to stop that food. So that is it. That you just take it from that angle first. That one is seriously just by starting at the eat that food.
Thank you so much. I will not even argue with anybody this morning. I'm not going to argue with anyone this morning. Now, first, he said it wasn't by force. Okay, I mean, like she should go ahead and cook her food, do her stuff without the girls helping if they really don't want to assist her. But then she should cook for her husband so her husband would eat. But look at this thing now. Just look at this thing with your clear Christian eyes, with your clear churchy eyes. Come on, they're living in the same house together. How would she make food and then exclude her husband's sisters and cook for her husband alone? It will be a problem. So they were supposed to at least assist with something. They were supposed to at least go to the market or something, or help with the cooking when she gets back. And with the way the other girl was that rude, with how rude she sounded, the way she spoke to her auntie, I mean, come on. It will be somehow anyway if she goes to the market, makes food for her husband alone, and excludes her sister-in-laws. It will be somehow. That's just the truth. But let me keep moving. Let's get to more reaction. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to the show. What's your name?
My name is John. I'm calling from Oakland.
Can you please be a bit more audible? What's your name again?
Sorry?
What's your name again?
Swanu, calling from OGRA.
Okay, welcome, Sonyu. Let me listen to you. What do you think?
My thoughts goes straight directly to the one.
I lost that. Please do try to call me back. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome to the show. What's your name, please?
This is Brown calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, Brown, let me get your take on this.
Okay. From the audio we listened to, you will understand that it seems there has not been peace in that home. It has been war because the lady just came back, being the wife from the market, and then she saw them sitting down. So you know that maybe prior to when she went to the market, they must have had some misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That was why she had to do that video. Because on a good day, you wouldn't have just videoed them.
Yeah.
Maybe, let me go to this market and come back, and then you will see. So she came with that anger and she saw them there, so she had to video them. And you heard her saying, this one is hiding her face, this one is hiding her face, and all of that.
Yeah.
They don't do anything, they stress her up and all of that, bro.
Issues. Okay.
All those issues, you understand that it is something that has been happening in the home. And I think we're talking about how we're going to manage such situations. How there can be cordial relationship between in-laws.
Yes.
But I think for me, the husband has so much to do, because most times these our sisters, especially from the brother's angle, they want to see the woman as though, our brother, we suffered with him.
My brother's house.
Yes, it's my brother's house.
My brother's money.
When we were suffering, my brother's money, where were you, and all of that. And you know that, especially because they are ladies, there is this threat they pose as well, to the wives. If it was a male, it would not have been that serious. But because it's a female counterpart, So that is why you see a lot of these things happening. But I think in all, the husband would have called his sisters to order. And when he does that, I know that you must put them in their place. Let them know that this is my wife. An abuse or an insult on her is an insult to me. And so if you respect me, you should be able to respect. And then you also talk to the wife as well. You must see these people as your own sisters. You know, in no time they will be going to their husband's house. They are not going to stay with us forever. You know, because she too on her part. She will be feeling bad because why? One, our people are not there. It is his people that are there. So she feels cheated as well.
Is it supposed to be okay? As much as I tend to understand you, is it supposed to be a competition
between
her relatives and her husband's relatives? Who comes to the house? Who is in the house? Who is not in the house?
Yes, but we are humans. But I tell you that if it was a younger sister, this issue wouldn't have been there.
Okay, you have a point there.
Yes, if it's a younger sister that are not working, they don't know how to cook, you want to cover them up. It will not even be an issue. Sister.
It depends anyway.
Yeah, it does. It depends, yeah. So that's why I'm trying to give you different scenarios. I know it depends, but if it was our sisters, I know that this issue wouldn't have gotten to where it is today.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now sometimes there's some level of biasness, so to say, when it comes to, there's some level of bias, okay, that could be infused into an issue when it comes to handling matters like this. I get where he's going to as well. But on the other hand, for some people in some situations, if those girls were her own sisters, she could have been able to scold them, do anything she wants to do with them because they are her own sisters. But because they are her husband's sisters, there's a limit to some of these things that you can do. Because at the end of the day, it might bring a problem between her and her husband and the in-laws. All right? She could react in a certain way, maybe lay hands on them, and, it could result to something else that would be bigger than this. But if it was her own sister, she could, do whatever she wants to do with her sister. I'm not saying whatever, but if she goes the extra with her sister, everybody would understand that's her sister. She could also report her sister to her husband or her own family, and they can come into the matter. Of course, she can report her husband's sisters to her husband as well. But definitely, one also wants to wonder, what kind of relationship she has with her husband in that house. How is her husband treating her in that house? What's her husband saying, to his family about her? What's giving the girls? What's giving those girls the effrontery to talk to their brother's wife in that manner? That's something we're supposed to be thinking about here as well. What's giving them the effrontery? If you're living in a home right now, you're married to somebody and your in-laws don't respect you, they talk to you carelessly, including the ones you are older than, they talk to you carelessly. It has to be coming from somewhere. I'm not saying it's your husband's fault. No, I'm not saying it's your husband's fault. But if you're married to their brother, especially if it's the woman that's been insulted here, even if it was vice versa, okay? The person you're married to, I believe, is supposed to stand for you in that family, whether right before you or behind you, okay? Because I'm thinking the way that person presents you and defends you, even behind you, is supposed to speak a whole lot, all right, and affect the way the relatives, okay, will be treating that person as well, whether you are right there before them or not. It goes a long way because this is your brother's wife. Why are you not scared to talk to your brother's wife in that manner? Are you not scared of what your brother would do to you if he gets to hear that you spoke to his wife in that manner? I wish I could call the man and ask him some questions right now because I'm thinking here, maybe he has a lot of work to do. But let's get back to the phone lines anyway. We're talking about dealing with difficult in-laws. Do you have experiences with that? Do share with us how you were able to deal with it. How do we deal with difficult in-laws? What's the best way to deal with difficult in-laws? Plus, analyze this particular situation and let me know what you think about it. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name?
My name is George. I'm calling from Bukana.
All right, George, talk to me. I'm listening.
This issue is really a very complicated issue.
Okay.
But for me, I think it's just an advice. The woman in question, because if you discover in most of these African settings, we have most of this problem in the home. You know, even at the point you see a lady who will tell you that she don't want to marry where her mother-in-law is alive and all of that. So I believe this is just a normal scenario in the home. But if I should say, if I were that lady, because the Bible let us to understand that a good woman builds her home, while the foolish woman destroys. I think what she needs to do, she's not supposed to fight those her in-laws. As long as her husband is in love with her, and she knows that she loves her husband. So all I will advise her to do is she should just report to the husband. If the husband really loves her, I believe he will help in fighting the situation instead of her fighting and insulting and all of that. So I think that's just a little contribution or advice I have to give.
All right, thank you so much. Now, he's of the opinion that in this situation and any other, instead of having issues with your in-laws, ignore them. Focus on your husband. You can report to your husband. You can complain to your husband. Focus on the fact that your husband loves you. But you know, it's easier said than done. That's a good advice. But in this situation, they live in the same house together. You know, and that's like the hardest most times. If you just go to visit them or they come to visit you once in a while and you have to tolerate a difficult in-law or difficult in-laws, say for 2 days or say 3 days, a couple of days, all right? You just need to tolerate for a couple of days. And you can try. You can just tolerate. You can try. Even if it means leaving them in the house, you know, so you're away from that environment until when they are gone, you can actually try. But in a situation where you guys live together in the same house and you get this treatment all the time or almost all the time, is it really easy? Would it be easy to just ignore? I mean, have you been tested? It's a test, yeah. Have you been tested like this before? You know, with some difficult mother-in-law, father-in-law, brothers or sisters-in-law? Have you been tested before? And you guys even live together? Think about it as you call me up. Good morning. Hello, are you there? Good morning. Okay, please do try to call me back. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Thank you for joining me. What's your name?
My name is Wanokali from Ojari. I called back.
Okay. Thank you for calling back. I'm listening.
Really complicated because that's such kind of shoe. The lady is really depressed and tired of the whole thing. That's why she made that.
She said they want to give her BP. That is it
Yes.
bad that she married their brother? Oh. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. How are you today?
I'm okay.
That's good to know. What's your name, please?
My name is Bishop.
Bishop.
Yeah.
Were you one of those bishops? The unknown bishops. Where are you calling me from?
Yes. Okay. I just want to say something on the matter of grant.
Yeah, but you've not told me your location yet. Where you at right now?
Okay. I'm at Elelon right now. That's where I'm coming from.
Nice. I'm listening to you then.
Okay. When we look at this in-law stuff, actually, it can be very appalling. Let's be frank here. And it can be very, very testing. But you see, the man of the house, in this case, has a lot of role to play. And so many questions to answer on this issue because you have to put your spouse first in every home. And to avoid this kind of a thing, you need to draw clear boundaries. Honestly, once you get married, you have to draw clear and healthy boundaries. You just have to know that there is a limit to what you can take or what he can take too. And also, you just have to allow your husband handle his family and you handle your own family. Reasons be that both of you are grown by different hands, and you know your own
Your own what? Like your own family?
Yeah, you know your family,
okay.
And he knows
his own family better.
Yeah, so you trying to handle them might even gender more crisis in the home and all that. So it's not easy, but you just have to let him. And most importantly, you must also recognize that they are different family by blood. They are trained in a different way from the kind of training you have. You just have to know that they are not grown in the same way you were grown. Some of them, they are spoiled brats from birth and all of that. So once you know these things, you can just try. Then about the food, let me be frank, it's not easy to let those kind of human beings eat your food, but you just have to let it be.
No. That particular one that I was saying, go and cook and give us, let us eat. It is your work. You're our brother's wife. My sister in the Lord. Hey.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
I will not even. See, I'm trying not to put myself in anybody's shoes right now.
No, she's a girl too. She's a girl. We just have to know that she's a girl and she will get married someday. You see, some things we see in life, yes, seeds that we planted years back.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, she's also planting her seed. And when she marries too, someone will even do, if not worse to her, that's nature for you. It will surely come. You see, you just have to give her food. You don't starve people in a home that you are being married.
But she's a big girl now. She can cook. She sounds like she can take care of herself, you know. So why do I need to take care of someone that can take care of herself?
And also, let us also look at this from this angle. Maybe before now, that was the hand she used to enter the family, because you can't tell how they got married to her. Maybe she has seen all these things, and just to marry the young man, she overlooked.
She probably took it all in.
Not very like to get to this point. You see, so honestly, I'm just trying to look at the whole thing from different angles.
As a peacemaker now, I know you're sounding like a peacemaker. You obtain peace. Amen.
Yeah, you just have to accept it. That's our own Lord. You know, that's marriage for you. You can, and there is plenty maggots in your own part. You just take it like that with good faith. Actually, there's no excellent home out there. Every home have this kind of challenges, you see. So it's not easy, but you just have to look for a way around it. So that's my contribution so far.
Then thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you plenty. Okay, so do you have experience actually dealing with difficult in-laws? I'd like you to share with us, all right? And there was something I omitted I really want to quickly get back to. One of the callers, who spoke on this issue this morning mentioned a scenario. He said that's the reason some ladies, when they want to get married to a person, they are hoping that the guy's mother is dead. Come on, like, why would any sane human being want anybody's mother to be late before? Come on. Look, there might be challenges, specific challenges people need to deal with when you're working into, there's this street saying, I put it that way, another level, another devil. Okay. Like when you go to another level, there's another challenge. There's a new level of challenge that's waiting for you in that level. So as much as marriage comes with its own challenges, it's totally unfair to wish anybody's mother dead, okay, because they want to make you their wife. That's a very unfair thing. On this one, I'm going to take a stand. I'm sorry. It's a very unfair thing. I don't even know where people brought up that ideology from. It's something that should be wiped out completely. In fact, if you want to get married to anybody and she's asking if your mother is alive because she hopes your mother is not alive, I don't think that person would make a good wife. Permit me, please. All right? Because you're a woman as well. What if your son wants to be married tomorrow and your daughter-in-law to be is hoping that you are dead because your son wants to get married to her? That's some crazy ideology. I don't know where it originated from, but it needs to be thrown into the dustbin. In fact, throw it into the Red Sea. Go and look for the Red Sea, throw it there and forget about it. Come on. All right, so moving away from that, let's get to more reactions this morning. We're looking at dealing with difficult in-laws. What's the way? How do you deal with difficult in-laws? What's the best way to deal with issues that you have with difficult in-laws? Especially in a situation where you have to live with them. That's the hardest, like I said. If they're coming to visit you, they come and go. It's a different thing. You can tolerate, for as long as you have them around. But in a situation where they are living with you, have you ever had to deal with any? Please do share with us on the show today the best way to deal with difficult in-laws when you have issues with them. Call me up. I'm going to repeat the numbers in case you're just joining. All right, you can call me up on 0705 0791021. That is 0705 0791021. And the other number to call is 081 174 31021. That is 081 174 31021. And to send me an SMS, send your SMS to 0905 948 1021. That is 0905 940. Okay, do try to call me back. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Sugar?
Hey, my caller. I like the way you said that. What's your name?
William, calling from Oyibo.
Williams from Oyibo. How you doing today, Williams?
I'm fine.
Good
How
to
are you?
know. I'm good. I'm splendid. I'm fabulous. I'm fantastic. I'm everything. All right, talk to me. What do you think? What do you think about this matter this morning?
You see this matter, this same scenario played out in my family.
Wisdom, can you please be more audible? Because I want to hear all that you have to say.
This scenario played out in my family. In that,
Uh-oh. Wisdom, please do try to call me back. Or you could do me a WhatsApp voice note. Just record it quickly. Send to me on WhatsApp. All right? Use our WhatsApp number just in case your call's breaking because it actually cuts. I want to hear what you have to say because it said this same scenario played out in your family. I want to hear it, please. Send me a voice note on WhatsApp, Wisdom. Use this one, 0905 948 1021. Okay? 0905 948 1021. Send it quickly. Send it now. I want to play it, all right? Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hi, J Sugar.
Good morning. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, he's your number one fan. Calling from Bayelsa State.
From Bayelsa State.
Ubang.
Ubang from Amarata.
Yeah.
I want to jump out of this.